You're listening to Otto's Powerhouse. You're listening to Otto's Powerhouse.
What up, motherfuckers, motherfuckerettes? Welcome to another episode of Pato's Powerhouse. I hope you're all doing well. You know, it's been crazy. Your hardworking, friendly neighborhood foul-mouthed podcaster is, still going at it, working all around the clock. I'm just like the old hip-hop song, working all around the clock. Planet Rock. Yeah, Africa Bambaataa. That brings back memories. But anyway, we're not talking music here today. We'll probably do that in Patos and Powerhouse in Spotify, which part 2 of season 1 is coming real soon. So you need Spotify for that because there's music. Another thing that's happening, which is going to be like in Spanglish and all kinds of music, English music, Spanish music, Illegal Alien. Not illegal, it's Legal Alien. New podcast that, it's one of my brainchilds, basically taking something negative and turning it into a positive, because if you're an American of brown, skin persuasion like I am, at one point in time in this wonderful, wonderful land we live in, I have been called an illegal. Sometimes it's by colored people, or other brown people, which is kind of like stupid. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. But it is what it is, right? So taking that and putting a positive spin on that motherfucker, look out for Illegal Alien, which is also going to be in Spotify. Not to be confused with Rebellion, which we're bringing back eventually here. Now, Rebellion has no music, but Rebellion is going to be more me and my sidekick hitting restaurants and pigging out and telling you all about them. We don't get paid by these restaurants. In fact, we actually pay to eat there. So what I'm saying is what we're going to do is we're going to go check out these places. We're going to eat and we're going to talk about different shit, video games and whatever. Anyway, I'm glad to be here and I hope that you guys are living your best possible life. It is September 20th. I am Mark safe from yesterday's September 19th Rapture. Now, I'm not going to go religious on this, but just once again, this is exactly the type of shit that when I was younger, I lived in fear. Always, the world's going to end. The rapture is happening. I'm not going to get a chance to live. I was one of those people that grew up living in a rush because it was hammered in our heads that the rapture was coming, that Jesus is coming, and, keep looking to the eastern skies, and, in the blink of an eye, we're going to be gone. And then I saw how Christians just, did a 180, and some of them even call the teachings of Jesus weak. Now, while I don't believe in what I was originally indoctrinated with. There's so many denominations, none of them even agree. It's ridiculous. But what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, while I don't agree and I don't believe in that anymore, part of me, like I said, I mentioned this before, probably in the previous podcast, I think that if people took Jesus' teachings, and actually applied them to life, the world might be a better place. The whole loving your neighbor like you love yourself, the whole taking care of the widow, feeding the orphan, taking care of the widow, being kind to the foreigner, all those liberal woke things that Jesus said on the Bible that now some are having a problem with. I'm just saying. So anyway, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, I don't know. It's just that type of thing. So yesterday, 19th, somebody predicted the rapture was going to happen. And it didn't happen because, well, once again, religions are man-made to control and manipulate people. There was this episode in DuckTales, if you are as a younger youngster like myself who grew up watching DuckTales. There's this, was it DuckTales or was it Tailspin? Oh gosh, I'm getting old. The thing is that there's this cult, the Coca-Cola cult. And in this cult, you joined and you brought in everything that burdened you and fizzed it away, filled the fizz. And I guess for rich people was money. So the cult leader was one of those suckers that actually believed. Like some of us early on in our lives, we were true believers. We truly believed. Now, however, he didn't realize he was being manipulated by his henchman, second in command, so that people would fizz away their wealth, and he was pocketing it on the side. I am having a hard time speaking today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is that's basically what a lot of religions have become. It's a way to form a nonprofit corporation for some people to make a very good living. I was discussing this with a friend not that long ago. We were talking about, because we both I grew up Southern Baptist, Like I said, obviously being Latino, Mexican descent. When I was born, obviously the whole Catholicism thing was there. But when I was about 8 years old, Mom converted to Christianity, which I guess even Catholics, although they're a form of Christian, they consider that the Protestant version of Christianity. So like I said, Mom, from the time I was 8 till my adulthood, I grew up in the Protestant evangelical side, of religion. So without talking too much about religion, I was talking with this friend, and we were just going back and forth how I grew up thinking that music was the devil, girls were the devil, the world was the devil, everything was the devil. And how a lot of us lived in a rush, always in fear. And sometimes even our aspirations were cut short. There were preachers who dared tell people that, what's the point of going to college and this and that? I mean, Jesus is coming. Just keep working, keep coming. Basically, keep going to the cults or the services. Keep paying your tithes, keep paying your offerings. Nevertheless, they did send their kids to college on your dime. And we were talking about shit like that. Anyway, it is what it is, right? The world's a big fucking, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck we are. It's just a rock in space spinning, and a lot of shit happens in this world. And it's amazing to be alive for whatever reasons. Whether, like I said, I'm not full-blown atheist yet. I still believe there might be a higher power or a higher civilization than us experimented and created us hairless monkeys. But it's funny because some motherfucker would take offense. I'm not a monkey. I was created from dust. And women were taken out of a rib. And, it's funny how I took that to face value at one point in time. Wow. It's funny how when you finally break away from all those chains, you can see that all those fairy tales we were fed. I mean, it's like the belief in Santa Claus. When you're a kid, you believe in Santa Claus. You don't question it. You just know. That is until one of your older cousins or somebody in school is a jackass and makes fun of you and tells you there's no Santa Claus, right? Well, but that belief that we had as kids in Santa Claus, that on Christmas Day, this man in a red suit would fly on a sled pulled by reindeer, flying deer, and would come and deliver toys for you. Or if you lived in my side of the neighborhood, probably really you wanted to believe, but you realized that motherfucker never showed up to the ghetto. I'm just saying, whatever I got is what my parents went shopping for. So anyway, what I'm saying is, that type of belief, some of us believed in Christianity that way, blindly. And now when I look back, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh, I tell you, man, I tell you. All right, so moving on to something else. I was reading this article about how Disney stock is plummeting. Now, Bob Chapek, I guess, what took over in 2020, was the CEO, and recently, I guess, he was ousted, and another Bob Iger, who ran Disney for a long time, is back. Now, all of a sudden, I mean, I don't know, they're making plans. I guess they filed a filing with the SEC to spend $60 billion, I guess, in the theme parks, the Disney World, Disneyland, and I don't know, I guess all Disney World parks, Disneyland parks that they have all around the globe. And for some reason, I don't know, the stock market right now is like, we're not having that, and they're stuck in a plummeting stage. Their stock is plummeting. So I don't know. My brain goes all over the place sometimes, and I remember that people keep talking about it, that Disney selling to Apple. I wonder if sometimes maybe this motherfucker, it's funny. I love Disney. I love Disneyland. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love going to the theme parks. I like having fun. I don't like overpaying for things anymore, though. I think that's what's taken some of the joy out of the last Disney trips. I mean, the fucking greed right there, that you just know that people are hurting. We were just coming off a pandemic. A lot of people are hurting, and knowing that they're like sticking it to the people, that just fucking pisses me off. I don't know. It made me not enjoy my stay at the theme park, my day at the theme park as much as other times. But that aside, what I'm saying is, rumors floating around that, Disney should sell to Apple. Now, wouldn't it be funny if this motherfucker is doing everything in his CEO power to bring the stock down to make it an attractive buy for Apple? And quite honestly, some people would think that is awesome. I personally do not like the idea of one company being so powerful. A merger between Disney and Apple, that should never happen. I mean, that's why we have regulations, or we should. Of course, a lot of our politicians are for sale, so there goes that, but you didn't hear that from me. I heard somewhere, that some places that type of shit happens. Not here, though, because we're not corrupt in any motherfucking way. So anyway, the idea that Disney stock is plummeting. I mean, last I checked, it was like $86 a share. I don't know. For some of you that are into stocks, speculations and stuff, I don't know. It might be a deal right now. Might be the time to buy. Now, this is not financial advice whatsoever. I'm still cheering for my little dog coin, Shiba Inu. I'm still a holder. I still want to see that thing do cool things. It may be a few years down the line when it does it, because the supply right now is huge, but Shibarium is out. There's a whole bunch of things that are happening. So I don't know, that might go into play. In a couple of years from now, we might see another surge, You never know what the future holds, though. But anyway, it's good to talk to you guys. I just wanted to share that Disney thing. And what do you think? Do you think that Disney is being like sabotaged from the inside in order to the stock prices to drop, to make it more, I don't know, more of a deal, more manageable for another company to like merge, take over, make it more affordable, make it like, hey, look, our stock is down. It's a deal. You can buy it on sale. Let's merge. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not the expert, because if I was, I'd be making a hell of a lot more money. But I am curious, when I see stuff like that, it does grab my curiosity. I'm like, is this happening to make Disney stock more attractive for a merger, a takeover, a sale? Or is it just bad luck? I mean, bad decisions on Disney's management. And is it that maybe people are like me, getting fed up of all the bullshit? It's like I hear that a lot of people are canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus. I should be very excited. 2 years ago, or 3 maybe, I mean, having all these like the Ahsoka series that's happening and all these other things, Loki 2 is coming back, I would have been excited. But I gotta be honest, I've watched like 2 episodes of Ahsoka. And and they're kind of a hard watch for some reason. And I love Rosario Dawson. Anybody that knows me knows that since Men in Black 2, I've loved that actress. I mean, she's just awesome. I mean, So, I mean, I'm watching it, but I don't have that excitement. I mean, Anakin will make an appearance in one of these episodes, for what I understand. I haven't seen it, but it's all over the internet already. So I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. But the idea that even that should get me all hyped up and ready to go sit in front of the TV and watch it, is not doing it for me. So perhaps, I don't know, people are Disneyed out, or people got tired of watching this shit where like, motherfuckers, we just came out of a pandemic, we're fucked, and then on top of that, you're fucking us even more. I mean, maybe that's the thing. And like I said, I like the theme parks. I like having fun at Disney. I like I said, for the longest time, every summer, Disneyland was one of we made it out to Disney. The only time we didn't go was during the pandemic. And it's crazy how, I mean, people are flocking, trying to get back to their lives. But deep inside of me, there's that like, yo, Mickey, how about giving people a break, How about realizing that you should look for other ways to make money instead of sticking it to the people? Corporate greed is at an all-time high, and they've convinced a lot of us that it's a good thing. It's good for the rich. It's good for the big conglomerates. For the little people, it's a nightmare, and we're all living in that nightmare. Anyway, motherfuckerettes, so, you can get a hold of me, patomorningstar.com. There's a way to send me an email there, or I guess patomorningstar@mail.com. Anyway, what do you think? Is it a ploy to make the stock more attractive for a merger? Or is it just the economy and bad luck that is hitting them, bad decisions from management there? Oh, Mickey. Anyway, you guys have an awesome week, an awesome weekend. This is like, I don't know what podcast number this is. I mean, but I had an opportunity today to do so, and I am glad to be behind the microphones. Motherfuckerettes, live each day like it's your last one. Go out there, do something fun. Tell people that make you feel right. The ones that make you feel like you belong, the ones that have been there for you, the ones that you love, they love you. Go do fun stuff with them, because tomorrow's not promised to any one of us. And I don't know. Just saying, do good. Or don't. Don't get caught. Later.